Yeah, in this next video, on level 2, I have an engine that does not run well. It has been presented to me. As usual, the first thing I do is confirm the customer complaint. I run the engine. You can hear clearly the engine is not running well. I see a code for system tooling, and more importantly, one for misfire with cylinder number 2. Yeah, you can hear the engine doesn't sound well. Even when I disconnect the injector number 2, I don't get a change in RPM, but when I disable injectors on the other, all the other 3 cylinders, I get a drop in RPM. So yeah, that is confirmation that there is a misfire, that the misfire is in engine cylinder number 2. So I'm good checking metrics on all the cylinders. Essentially, I use the oscilloscope to confirm that there are control signals for all the other injectors that are running the well, that they are signals from the computer. I can't find the signal on the control wire for injector number 2 on the ECM. So my next step is to double check this. When I spot things like this, I usually do the test 2 or 3 times. So I look at the wiring diagram again, and clearly there's only this control wire does not branch anywhere. It goes from the control module on pin 4 straight to injector number 2. It's a green wire. So I ponder the next step. I take some time to consider what is the shortest, most accurate route to proceed with the diagnosis. In this case, I decide to bring out the breakout box. And go for pin and press pin 12 at the engine control module. The oscilloscope shows that there is no control signal there, but there are control signals at the pins for injector 1, 3, and 4. So at this point, it is starting to look like a shorted control wire between injector 2 and the engine control module. So my next step is to confirm using the multimeter that this wire is indeed shorted to ground. So I'm using a multimeter for that. This is not right. There shouldn't be a short. If you look at the diagram again, when you see it next on the screen, you agree with me. There shouldn't be a short between this green wire, which is the control wire for injector number 2. There shouldn't be a short direct to ground. So to establish that the injector is not part of this short, the injector itself is not part of this short, I unplugged this socket from the injector and tested the green wire again separately from the injector. As usual, I'm double checking, triple checking to be sure about what I'm seeing, and I examine the wiring diagram once more just to be sure I'm on the right track with that. And the next step is to change the wire. Checking, double checking, checking, double checking, consulting the wiring diagram several times just to be sure that my theory is consistent with what I'm seeing and with the wiring schematic and with the tests that I'm doing. It is cheaper to take more time double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking than to throw parts at the vehicle without being sure that they will effect the fix that you need. So I continue checking by unplugging the socket, the connector at injector 2, and checking for continuity and shorts at the pin 12 of the engine control module. So finally, I decide to change the wire. I can't see any other fault. possible fault or cause of this fault. So after one final check, I replace the wire between the engine control module and the injector number 2. I now have the short is gone. I have good signals coming to good control signals coming from the engine control module. Injector number 2. So the injector is functioning, but I still have misfire. So now I need to figure out why that is. Here I have good control. Injector number 2 now. Remember, because of the shortage, yeah, now after double checking, after checking the code again, I realized I still have misfire number 2. So remember, all the while this engine was running with shorted winter control wire. Injector was continuously spilling fuel into the cylinder. So I now suspect to wait. I try to rev the engine up in an effort now to try out injector number 2 on cylinder number 3. Yes, I'm trying to try it out and maybe have spark, good spark return, and good fuel burn return to cylinder number 2. That doesn't look like it's happening. I'm reluctant to swap parts unnecessarily. The only code I have left now that is active is cylinder number 2 misfire. But the oscilloscope shows me that I have good control of that injector. So the problem must be with the wet plug, spark plug on that cylinder. I even try to test the ignition coil and also double check that the computer is sending good control signals to the coil on cylinder 2. I still have a misfire on cylinder 2. So I've fixed one problem, but there is another problem now that I have to fix. That's a result of the initial problem. The initial problem was shorted wire, control wire for cylinder number 2, which resulted in fuel being freely injected into, uncontrollably being injected into cylinder 2. So now I play some swaptronics. I swap the plug in cylinder 3 with the one in cylinder 2. If I'm correct about the plug in cylinder 2, originally in cylinder 2, being faulty now because of being drenched in fuel. After this swap, the misfire should move to cylinder number 3. I want to be sure about this before I dig into the box and get another plug out, spark plug out. So now, like I thought, the misfire has moved to cylinder number 3. All I did was swap the spark plug between in cylinder 2 and 3. So now I have my smoking gun for the misfire. So I replace the spark plug. Remember, it was originally on the bad spark plug was originally on cylinder 2. Now you can now hear the difference in the engine tone. And the misfire has disappeared, and I don't have any more fault codes. After clearing the fault code again and stopping the engine, running it again, I don't have any more fault codes, and the engine is running right. So I'll fix the vehicle. And I need to recover equipment from the vehicle, but also write a report for the work I've done and the fix that I have achieved in the engine. So please bear with me as I conjure up the correct words to write a report. I like to write short, concise reports. It took me a while to do the diagnosis and do the fix. But you can see it doesn't take long to write the report because I'm not using so many words when I'm reporting. When I'm reporting, I go straight to the gist of the matter. In this case, let's recap. Shorted control wire on injector number 2, causing a misfire, and through drenching the cylinder with fuel, it killed the plug in the process.